Hey everyone, and welcome to a new episode of BobBoom. I'm your host Bob, and this is going to be a flash play of Receiver. This game is a procedurally generated first-person shooter. The objective is to gather a certain amount of audio tapes that help describe the story and plot, all while doing this with just a gun and essentially no health. Once you are shot, everything gets reset and the map changes. There are no RPG stats, skill trees, kill streaks, there's no loot system. It's just you and the gun with the occasional flashlight if you find it. The one true thing you have to worry about is finding bullets. They are your lifeline. Without them, you might as well die and start over. So don't waste shots and learn how to operate your gun. Which brings us to why this game was made. Gun mechanics. There are 3 types of guns. Every time that you start in a map, you're randomly given one of these 3 guns. There's either a Glock, a revolver, or the delicious 1911 you're looking at right now. Each gun can be taken apart with the right button combination. The safety can be turned on and off, the magazine can be taken out to examine how many shots you have left, bullets you find can be loaded into the magazine, pulling back the slide ejects a bullet. So you have to make sure to pick up that bullet that just popped out in case you accidentally do it. A whole slew of stuff revolves around handling the guns. That's what makes this game so different from the usual indie crap you see on the market today. And speaking of the gun, make sure to point it at enemies. There's only 2 types of them: stationary turrets and flying drones that have tasers. One shot or one tase is all it takes for you to die and the map is restarted. It doesn't matter how many items you collected or even how far you got. There are no checkpoints, there is no saving. With all that being said, don't just fire randomly. The enemies have sweet spots, like shooting out the camera won't let them see anymore. Shooting out the gun mechanism won't let them fire. Aim and count your shots. What you do with your gun matters in every possible detail. One of the underlying problems I found with this game is variation. While the game has amazing gun mechanics that add a level of difficulty I've never seen, the levels themselves are very lackluster. Often I find stairs that lead to nothing, countless bathrooms and kitchens, everything that you would expect with procedurally randomly generated levels. Almost as if there are only 10 pre-made assets and then it's thrown together endlessly. With more content as far as maps go, this could have been well worth past the price point that it has already. A lot of love was put into the guns and mechanics, but everything else falls short. I've also noticed that the game has some serious optimization issues. Whatever is going on in the background causes my computer to run hot. The video you're watching now has the game on the lowest detail settings, and somehow my computer case is at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And even with that's right, two 780 GTXs, the game maxed out would cause both of them to reach temperatures of 170 Fahrenheit each. Somehow, this game, despite its obvious low poly count and low need for complicated textures and effects, eats away at a system like a fat kid on snack packs. But what you see isn't entirely what you get with this game. Playing it is much different from watching it like you're doing now, as learning the controls of the gun add this juicy layer of depth that isn't entirely complex, but something rarely if ever touched. If it's on sale, I highly recommend grabbing this title like I did, but if you like what you see and you're a fan of guns in real life, this might be a great time waster for you. It's very easy to boot up. It alt-tabs very smoothly. The levels restart. There's no loading screens or intros or plot. You pick up the game, you start it, you might play it for about 30 minutes or an hour, and then you're done with it and move on to maybe like another game or do something else. Drop in and then you drop right back out. At $5, they are giving you an expected amount of content. And when it's $2, it's practically a steal.